fl-impunt spiċċajt li kellek tmur
Mount Carmel?
l-isptar, ija.
3 occasions and all because I wanted to commit suicide. So in my head, saying it out loud and justifying it is pretty rational. I have found out it is not.
Okay.
Whoever you tell it to, as rational as it is to yourself, thinking that suicide is okay, wrong. So even now in my head, thankfully, when I think it, like automatically my brain goes, that's a wrong thought. So thankfully that part I got. But all these experiences were, 2 of them I think were after the bipolar episode.
Right.
One of them was before.
Ġifieri qabel bipolar episode kont diġà mort darba Mount Carmel.
Yeah, well, for the same reason.
Okay.
Once you tell a psychiatrist or anyone responsible that you want to commit suicide,
Right.
even though you're not planning it, they are within their remit to make a decision for you. I mean, once I was
Biex
bipolar.
jissalvagwardjaw lek ħajtek biex jistgħu.
Exactly. How good Mount Carmel is, another story. Did it save me? I don't think I was going to commit suicide. It was just me rationalize it. So if you ask me on another bad day to say it, I will tell you the same things, but my conclusion will be different, more or less. I'll tell you, no, I want to live.
Hemm xi waħda minn dawn il-mumenti li tiftakar aktar minn oħrajn.
Ta' Mount Carmel.
Ta' kif sens kif spiċċajt għat ċertu affarijiet u l-psikjatra għallek isma' inti għallok tidħol Mount Carmel biex aħna nibqgħu nosservaw.
No, I mean, by the 3rd time I learned, right? So nowadays I'm never going to tell him that. So I laugh when I talk to him and I say it in a way where I'm saying, isma', I'm a bit down, I am thinking of it, there's no worry. But yeah, it's hard. So back then I was just saying it logically because in my head, that's in my visual cortex, that's what I had. 2 lists and there's just a sign on top, tipo, not worth it. And
tu lista tajt ġifieri kont
want to live,
u għalfej mhux worth it.
As in, I'm not too sure there are other approved or good methods rather than seeing what's good and bad in something. And every time I told that to someone, so I mean, the first 2 times I really believed that I really was behind it. The 3rd time, perhaps I was being a bit funny, but believing it as well. But no, I can't really think of them. They're not very different to all the other experiences where I wanted to kill myself at home. Same feelings, same conclusion, just there was no one there listening. Like, I don't think I'll get to the point of doing it. 1, because when you're depressed, you can't do much. So my body literally doesn't want to go anywhere. And 2, because I think when I get there...
This want to go anywhere to...
Yeah, like let's say I
to
have
finish
jump.
the job that's in there.
As in, obviously, I have knives at home, and anyone with biology and an internet connection can easily... I shouldn't say these things.
Yeah.
But so isek, they're not special. I was just there because...
What is not special, Tom? These
me
moments...
going to Mount Carmel or thinking of suicide a bit more, tightly they're bad, I agree. No one should, I agree.
Yeah.
But fighting it really doesn't help me. Makes it worse because then I feel, oh shit, like I'm not even happy with what I have. So in my head, happy with what I have. Sometimes my worse is more. I'm aware of it. I grab the things that I can do something about them and tick away at them. And the ones that I don't, I've learned to ignore them, but I've learned how to diminish their effect on me. But in these moments, like I was a bit more vocal. People around me, Gabby, obviously will get worried because no one talks like this usually. If someone's talking about suicide, they're in a corner crying, perhaps. You wouldn't expect.
Mux neċessarjament ta'.
Eżatt. But what most people think.
But kelli ħabib li eventualment kommeta suġidju ma nafx.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen anything before.
Xej, zero, sa dakinhar stess, Sa dakinhar stess għadu qed jaħdem u għadu ġifieri.
I mean, if I wasn't such an open person, like on the outside, I'm pretty happy all the time. Like, but thankfully, I'm quite open even with people about my like not happy times because I feel.
And you have people that you feel
that I can tell.
You can tell.
Well, I can probably tell my bad times to 99% of the world, right? And I really wouldn't worry that much. Like my bad periods are not something. I mean, there are some of them which are kif tight that I would tell only to Gabby. Some of them which I would only tell to Gabby and my close friends, to you guys. But in general, I think 98% of the things that are bad, I'm happy to share them. Why? 1, so that other people see in my funny ways how I solve things. And 2, they also see that, someone breaking up to you is terrible. And it is the end of the world today, but not tomorrow. And like there's small paradigm shifts, which I was lucky enough to be hit by freight trains.
The paradigm shift comes from you saying the thing.
Well, no, I'm just contributing to their journey. If
you're feeling terrible about something, meta taqsama ma' xi ħadd.
Ma naqsamx dak il-ħin, it's after mainly. Like when I'm in a bad mood, I isolate. First I figure out and then I start talking. Otherwise, ħankun nitkellem minn sormi, and I don't like to talk in feelings. So if I'm in a bad mood, and I don't have a reason, okay, there's no feelings. But if I'm in a bad mood because of something and I'm not thinking about it, probably I'm going to enter the argument. Oh, I'm feeling this, and this, because you did that and that. And that's not very constructive, is it? Because number one, what I feel...
So l-metodu tiegħek huwa li tirrifletti l-ewwel u tartikola.
But I'm happy to tell people my problems in general. But on this, if you meant why I tell people my problems,
yes.
Well, my close friends, I tell them so that one, I'm accountable. Two, if there's a pattern of something like enough, let me think. Spending, I'm not very great with. I don't think I'll ever be, but I'm super easy to give my bank accounts to my wife, which is what currently happens. And I'm happy to tell my friends this, how when we go out, if they see me doing what I used to be younger, li tidħol il-paga, dakinhar mort Paċeville, and let's say just Havana made a lot of money off me. Like that's a problem, right? So if suddenly I'm telling my friend, I'm going to buy a laptop, he should not get excited with me. He should be, okay, what for? And they've now gotten to manipulate me, good enough way, to almost use my exciting. What's good about this laptop? Lallu, għax ħadu zaħd. Lallu, kull-jum naħseb. I see. So it's good for them to know, one, because I see them as for me, my friends are my family, right? 100%. And even though I don't meet them a lot, there's one of my best friends who just discovered that I'm working for you last week. Well, we don't talk that much. But then when we do talk, I'll give an update, and I want my closest people to know both my good times, but mostly my bad times. Because my good times are easy to celebrate with people, I guess. But that's the place, so what I share with them. And I also do it because I want them to tell me, in the sense that I love solving problems. So if someone, for example, has a problem, they should call me. Not a problem like I'm going to talk to you about feelings. I mean, that as well. But anything really, enough.
Mela, nasab namlu tajab li din il-parti spiex ta' nissottolinjaw illi mirat minn għandu xi tip ta' problemi mentali, problemi psikoloġiċi, emozjonali li għaddej minnhom bħalissa xi ħaġa li żguri jew tlafna li jagħmel eċempel 1770 li għal helpline ta' Richmond jekk qed jgħidulkom ċertu ħsibijiet minn moħħkom. Jgħaddu l-ħafna nies ma nafx l-istatistika x'inhi, però naf ħafna nies madwari, naf ħafna nies fil-familja tiegħi. Missieri kien pjuttost tapert pereżempju fuq il-fatt li kien prova suicidju. Li naf bihom jien darbtej li missieri ġifieri prova jtem ħajtu. U ovvjament naf ħafna nies li jkollhom daw il-momenti stess għandi l-kundizzjonijiet tiegħi, ġifieri mhux faċli, però fid-dinja tal-lum li qed nifhmuhom iktar l-affarijiet nasib huma ħafna iktar aċċettabbli u hemm ħafna iktar għarfien u hemm ħafna iktar għodot li wieħed jista' isib biex il-qagħda tiegħu spiex ta' jmexxiha l qudiem. Mela tlaqna?